poems in the way that they have with contemporary prose. Does Venus work? Did you come to, I see a yes, I see a no. Yes.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
I think
Louder, sir.
I loved
Yeah.
Venice, and I was talking with a colleague in the country.
Uh-huh.
We are thinking about writing an article on Venice.
Great.
It's an interesting place for me, both critically and theoretically.
Please send me the article. Irina, why not?
It was too postmodern for me.
It's interesting. It's a little too postmodern for Russ. You know, Judith is the one who really likes Venus, and Russ is not as taken with it. And that the split between Sindhu and Irina here is pretty typical. In one way, you could think of Fences as a play that represents, in the postmodern moment, the carryover of the more traditional. As you know, some of the poems in Hallpack Simpson do that. Although it's not as, Fences is not as sort of formalist, late modernist as that. But the point is, what we have is a fairly traditional play and a very experimental play. Fences is traditional in form, but is part of the postmodernism of resistance because of subject matter. Venus is much more formally avant-garde, I think. I think Venus is a good choice for this group, partly because there tends to be widespread interest in issues of colonialism. But I wish we could see it. That's what I really wish. Because I think it would be.
Would you be able to teach the play Sindhu in your classroom? That would be the question I would like to ask.
Why could you not teach it?
In fact,
Why?
in fact, if I have to teach it, the main dimension I will be focused on is going to be the text. It is difficult for me to have it produced. So it is this performance dimension that is going to be lost. But at least I would have brought the message across. And this is the main.
If you teach it as a text, is it more problematic than Howl? I mean, Howl is a pretty obscene text. Julia, what were you going to say?
Because of understanding,
Oh,
I cannot teach that. No problem.
because of comprehension rather than, okay.
Yes, of the students. I mean, like,
I think
That, yeah.
that's the point. Not because of.
And there may be contexts in which the students simply would have more connection with that text.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it's not it's not a coincidence that the people who are finding this text less interesting are the people from Eastern Europe, and the people who are finding it more interesting are the people from Africa. You know? There are some obvious reasons why that would be the case.
Yes.
Yes.
My suggestion is, can we have more sessions on short stories? As I remember, just one session on Sharon. More short stories. We've got poetry, a lot of plays, and minority literatures, but very few short stories. I think minority literatures, plays, poetries, we have a lot of sessions. While contemporary and modern short stories, we have very few sessions. That's my personal suggestion.
I'm laughing because some of these things that have to be taken into consideration will need not 6 weeks.
Yeah, well, one of the things we get almost every year is what we need is 2 more weeks.
Yeah, I need at least 6 months.
How about that?
The last word you have is
I don't want to.
Want to go home.
Yeah, 5 days.
And second at the
doing
But you are going shopping?
No.
No.
Right. Yes, that's we have a version of that, which is,
For life.
we're,
That's what they get.
Sabino says he would pay to watch Evelina eat a sandwich. We sometimes say of an actress, I'd pay my $10 to watch her eat a bowl of Cheerios. It's just- the point is, no matter what she does, she's worth watching. Sprite. I'd pay $10 to watch her drink a Sprite. You're a bad. Okay, what else? One of the things that's too bad is that some of these writers don't have really, really good representative short stories. And I'll give you an example. Junot Diaz, before he published The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, published a book of short stories. And I read about half of it, and I was bored and stopped reading. He took such a leap between that book of stories and that novel. I mean, it is as though he had gone on creative steroids. The difference between those 2 books is just amazing. And it would be great if we could teach a couple of his stories and not have people read that thick book, but it wouldn't work. Part of the reason for that is this. Actually, this is worth your knowing. The short story is largely, in this country, apprentice work. Once people hit their stride as fiction writers, they tend to write stories only occasionally, only on the side. They focus on novels. And the reason for that is basically economic. It's very hard to sell a lot of books of a short story collection. Although, if you then write a famous novel, people will go back and read your stories. There are some exceptions. Raymond Carver is one, Lori Moore is one. To some extent, Bobby Ann Mason is one, although she's been writing novels for years now. She's still, I think at least as well known for her stories. But that's partly because I'm not sure her novels have lived up to the promise of her stories, although In Country is a terrific novel. And I say that, I'm going on the reputation of the novels because I haven't read deeply in her novels. But the point is, one of the reasons you don't get more in the way of stories is that they don't sell, so people don't write them as much. Almost always, you'll find, especially if a writer came through the writer's workshops, the first book is a book of stories. And sometimes it doesn't even get published until the second book is published and does well. Brian's first book was a book of stories. And he's pretty typical. He's got a pretty typical pattern, I think. What else? Anything else about the academic program? What about the connections of the trips to the academic program? Clear enough?
No.
It's perfect.
Okay, good.
And I congratulate the placement of the trips because they came just when we were about getting tired of the classroom and all the reading and so on.
Oh, we must have had some guest presenters.
So actually the punctuation is well thought out and
Good.
I really appreciate it.
Good, good. Having felt the summer in Louisville, you can see why I choose to go to San Francisco.
Yes.
Anything else?
Perhaps not academic. I know more about people from other countries here, chatted with them, talked with them and so on, apart from, I just thought, what will it cost State Department and you if one of those weekends we spend a night or two with some American family to just see how it happens in the family?
It would be really, really hard for me to arrange to find families in the middle of summer. And you know,
With all the stereotypes.
well, it wouldn't be that wouldn't be the problem
Problem,
simply so much as people, you know, people are traveling, you know, it's, their children are home for the day, you know, that kind of thing. And it is then, of course, the case that, you know, I would have to find some family that would take troublemakers like Gladys. How would I,
Like Gladys.
I mean, you know, we could place everyone else in a family, but we'd just have to send Rashad to jail for it.
And place him in the women's hospital, yeah? Psychiatry.
It would be, I understand the benefit of it. I think that's one I'm not going to take on. It is too much of a logistical nightmare. And the other thing is, if you did it for some people, you'd have to offer it to everyone, which means I'd have to find 18 families. That's the
I talked to her about this, but he doesn't want to understand. I said if we stay with the family, they will keep us with them.
Yes.
I have a better idea,
Yes.
which is to have each one of us with you one night.
Oh my God.
Well, again,
I withdraw my comment.
this is more inviting to me in some cases than in others. I can think of 8 cases where it's more inviting than in the other 10. No. Yes. Well, no. You know, it's funny about that. Because I do have this empty house. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll have house parties. You know, have small groups of you to stay over while I will check into a motel. I will lock the liquor cabinet, hide the silver, and check into a motel. Let you stay in my house. No. Anything else? Now, I know you have many things to do. If there is nothing else, if you want to play a game, we could play a game, which is that I have anagrams of all your countries and all your names, and you could see who could solve the anagrams the fastest. But if you don't want to do that, you can, you know, go about your packing or whatever. If you want to play anagrams, why don't you stay? And if you don't, if you want to do something else, you have better uses for your time, feel free to leave. I will be taking names. No. You want to have a break?
No, let's continue with the game.
Sure. Well, you can have how about a 5-minute break for those who need to?
Go to the restroom and come
Yes,
back.
okay.
I
That'll give me a chance to find.
Guess the
Each
nation.
of these is an anagram for one of your countries, and the ones on this side are anagrams for your first names. So you have to figure out whose is which.
It's very easy.
Wait.
wait.
I don't know if we're gonna do. Do you
Take
want to
your
do it
seat, please.
individually, or do you want to do it? I point to one and see who
Yeah,
solves it
one
first.
one is
Yeah.
literally.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then you're already solving them.
Sindo,
So
come
I'll put
here,
the rest of the
come here,
names up
sorry.
after we do the countries.
Yeah.
Okay? So, analog.
Angola.
Okay, who got that first?
Me.
Fella? Okay.
Easy.
Earl Boss.
Belarus.
Now
No.
someone else.
Yemen. Yemen. Cameroon.
Who had China?
Maria.
Okay.
India.
India.
Sanjay.
The Indian.
Madagascar. No, sorry, Algeria.
What is Algeria?
Algeria.
Algeria.
You missed that.
Somebody had that earlier. Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was any game.
Masakala, this one.
Fella missed Algeria.
Cameroon.
Who had Cameroon? Who had it first? I think I heard,
Yeah, it was
Sanjay.
was it Sanjay?
Sanjay, and then where you?
Slovakia.
Who had Slovakia? Okay.
Oh, very interesting.
Next. Gunmail?
Mongolia.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good, Rami.
I is a nut.
Tunisia.
You are good.
Isn't that appropriate?
Ukraine. And
Sanjay, I heard
Pakistan.
first.
I told first. Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Blind coin cup remain.
Wow.
Dominican Republic.
Dominican
Okay, wait a minute now. And Iraq, I heard
Kaniki.
Kaniki again. Angry Sky.
Kyrgyzstan.
KY, of course, is Kentucky. This means that you have a bad sty in Kentucky that puts you to sleep.
El Salvador.
And the last one
Côte
is
d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Divorce, Sindhu.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire.
I have to say, I thought Cootie Diver was particularly humorous one. Now, okay, everybody close your eyes
Okay.
while I finish the names, because no head starts
Okay.
beyond what you already have.
Do you see me?
Donald, you can open your eyes.
It's like this night watchman.
Irina, where have you been?
Sendu.
Sure.
Sendu.
Where did you go?
It's a very interesting. It's a very
Because of, Irina, because of
The one that you sang yesterday.
we had problem with the air condition. You
Anything that you like.
anticipated
In fact, you have a good
that
taste
you
in
require
that.
fans.
More or less in the same
The problem
way.
is that
Yes.
I also have
That's
problems with air
The
conditioning.
boss arrives in the morning and he says, Patron, j'avais mal de vous.
Sabine, if you have the song that you sang in Tom's house as well.
Which one?
You had a very good song in Tom's house.
Who had
Yes. I don't remember, but it was a very good song.
Yes.
Yesterday I have both the ones that I yesterday.
Think he knows the tune.
Which one?
Na 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 na.
I put that one.
Good.
This is the question we're going to ask.
Where do I
In the market,
begin?
shopping. What did you pay? Bicycle.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them. I have them on my computer and I'll put them here. When I send it to you, or I can send it to you.
What do you want? How much is it?
Yesterday, I took pictures of 4 books. Very, very tired.
You have how can I download this copy videos to my computer? You have yes the
USBs.
You know what? We can bring our laptop here so that we can download
You
copy.
can go to ask for the physical tomorrow.
But I don't know what you want to copy.
whatever you. What's the diagram? I will.
I try to copy everything else.
I don't. All right, here we go.
I have
Sabino.
found
No bias.
Sabino.
Who said it? Sanjay?
Sanjay.
This is very easy, we know this.
Sali.
Sala.
Julia.
Who,
Jail.
Sale Larimare.
Maria.
Maria.
well, now I have 3 people who said it.
Irina.
Who was it? Wait a minute. Who said?
No, I said Irina.
Cinda.
For Maria, I said. I was the one who said.
Irina, Donald.
Wait a minute now. Hush. Vayu, Sindhu, and who else was the 3rd one? Who said that? They said.
I said Irina.
Maria.
No, Maria.
Sabino said Maria.
Yeah, I said that, but Vayu and. Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is Fela, Duland,
Donna.
Rabia.
Kaneki. Everyone.
First.
Oh my god.
The other is singing.
Get
Who said it first?
Betsy.
Get in, boy.
Russia.
Donald said Russia first.
Okay. Soil chat.
Castillo.
Sonia.
Sonia.
I was the first one.
Mamacita.
Fela first.
First one.
Rashad.
What does it mean?
What does the man
Who
mean?
was in?
Cinderabia.
Shy Gad. Like Egad. Shy Gad.
Russia. Where is the L?
Yeah, where is the
Oh.
Where is the L?
Sorry.
I didn't really.
Sanjay.
I pointed out.
Sanjay. Me. I said it.
Hi, Mark.
Karim.
Gary.
Why do you? Who said it first?
Rabia.
Who had Rabia? Okay.
But what is E for?
Ifalar.
What does it mean? Does it reflect?
It's like when your computer crashes. It's an E
So
fall.
my head is crashing.
No, it's just I had to come up with. Yours was one of the hardest to do. Anyway, I thought that was fun. Who won?
Not a me. I guess not.
I'll tell you who seems to have a lot. Were Fela, Sanjay, Sonia.
Rabios.
He's a fair number.
Fela,
And
Sanjay,
Kaneke had a lot. Let's see. Okay, so Fela has 1, 2. Do you want me to do this or not?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, and then
3.
5.
4, 5,
6.
6. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Sanjay. 1, 2,
3,
3,
4,
4, 5, 6.
6.
Also 6.
Wow.
I think you will have big prize. Yes.
Okay. Kanike. 1, 2, 3,
4.
just 4.
4.
Okay.
I'm 5.
You have 5.
Okay.
Sali, 0.
Oh, you had 1. You did have 1.
Oh yeah, I can
Kanike.
Not 0.
I gotta rob you. I gotta count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Oh.
Dare me.
So this means that Fela, Rabia, and
This is our
Sanjay
chat.
together
Rabia.
got half of them.
Me. It's count mine.
Count yours.
Yes.
Oh, yours don't count. 1, 2,
3 down.
3,
4.
4,
5.
4.
Yeah, up there.
4.
4. That's
What about mascara? Mascara, this one.
4, I think. Yes?
4, yeah.
Yeah. Very difficult.
The last one.
Very difficult.
Anyone else who's got a lot?
Which one?
Sabino had.
Sabino had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim had 2. The one was shared with Zindu.
Okay. So Fela, Rabia, and Sanjay. Well done. Sorry, I don't have a prize for you.
Good.
Then we have cakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
Yes,
donuts.
you may each have 5 donuts.
Good.
Okay, shall we have some lunch?
You sure?
Yeah.
We're going to hit that. Let's go to the kitchen.
I think no bias.
No, I'm gonna copy them.
Sabino, no bias.
That was good.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah,
I think my favorite of all them was Do Us In.
On the trip. Trips.
Еще трипс остались.
Не, the trips
Honey
остались.
Crazy. You are on time.
I have stopped to making this section. One by one you should stop making this, but not stop making this. You understand?
Okay, go. We're back to
Let's
this.
try it again, okay?
How about the map?
It's blocking.
You must be the last. Just stop this. It will be the last sound of the ring.
The last sound of the ring. Ah, okay, I see.
When it's made correctly, it's clear. The beginning, the main ring.
I can
and then-
tell.
Yeah.
I got it. We didn't do it perfectly, but
Meeting here, secret meeting.
Yes.
yes, we just ate the food. So, a game that we play, do you ever play charades? Anyone?
Dumb charades. Dumb charades.
Yes. I presume it's the same game. You act out the title of a book or the title of a movie or whatever, and the way you begin is by indicating whether it's a book, this is a book, this is a movie, this is a play, this is a song, you know, and then you say how many words.
Yeah.
Okay.
You call it give us a clue. Or
Give us a
speechless.
clue.
Yeah, speechless we say. Or give us a clue. That is, these are clues.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you call it?
Charades.
Charades.
Yes.
Not Rashad.
Okay.
Opposite, Justin.
Okay, stop.
Okay, well, let me see if I can think of a good one to do. It will take me, give me a minute to think of one. Okay. Okay.
It's a book.
A book.
Five words.
Words.
First
Good
word.
one. That is small.
Small, short.
The.
T.
The.
The two. The two.
Second word.
Second word.
Okay.
The two.
No, you got the, and then this is second word.
Second word.
Okay.
You are not allowed to speak.
I know, but I'm
Okay.
Okay.
The second word.
Second word.
Second word.
Crying.
Tears.
Crying a lot.
You have spoiled everything. You
But the title is so famous.
Yes.
49.
Okay, Sanjay, you're up.
Okay.
Stand over here because you can't see you against the window. White noise. It's a play.
Play.
How do you?
How many words? Six words.
6 words.
First
First word. One. Second word.
Second
Two.
word.
One
One flew
flag.
over the cuckoo's nest.
Okay, you.
Great.
I got it.
Okay,
It's very easy.
good.
Okay.
That's Karin. That's Karin. I know. Play.
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 First word.
One word.
One word. Okay.
No, not Venus, I mean. The other Venus. Not Venus.
Did you see the grammar?
Five words.
Book.
Theater.
Theater.
It's a play.
Okay, now let's see who can figure out what this means.
Throw.
Fishing.
Now, two parts.
Bell.
Baseball.
Shake.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Shakespeare. Oh yeah.
Okay. Shakespearean play. It's a Shakespearean play of 5 words.
Shakespeare in love.
2 words. 5 words. Shakespeare the first. The second.
No.
The author.
It's a Shakespeare play.
Okay.
Of 5 words. Yeah.
Two words.
Second word.
Second
Second
word.
one is
Not that much.
Okay, I said enough.
Well. Yeah. Well, water. Well, water.
all's well that ends well. Yeah. All's well.
All's well.
Ends well.
Well done. Well done.
I'm so proud.
I love that game. Who's next?
Rashad, you have to do something.
Janet, yeah? Go ahead.
Down.
Who's Lydia?
Under.
After
Sure. Take,
Sit
first of all,
down.
take it out.
I don't understand.
You.
I don't understand it's correctly.
Just take it out. It will be easy.
Well, shall we? Go ahead, Sanjay, do another one. You'll catch on. It takes practice. But I thought it was great that you figured out Shakespeare. That was good. That's a common sign.
Shake.
That's it. And that's how you indicate that the play is by Shakespeare when you're
Yeah.
playing this game. Yes.
Spell.
It's a play.
Play.
Two words. First word.
Rain.
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 Rainbow.
Rainstorm.
Storm.
Rain.
Shower.
Tornado.
Storm.
Cloud.
Oh.
Is the first word rain, or is it? It's something
Something
like
like.
rain. Okay. Storm.
Snow.
Thunder.
Second word. Ring.
Rain.
Engagement.
Wedding. Wedding. Wedding.
Blood
Rain,
wedding.
Rainy wedding.
Storm
Stormy
was.
wedding. Cloudy wedding.
Disastrous wedding.
First
One word.
We split the first word.
Okay, split it.
Oh no!
Okay.
The way. Well, yeah.
We do it
the way
for-
we do this.
Okay.
That's how many syllables? 2 syllables. Okay. Second syllable. First syllable.
Sun.
Moon.
Rainbow
Moon.
wedding.
Rain.
Honeymoon.
Sun. Wait.
Sunday. Saturday.
Moon.
Moon. Monday.
No, wait. We're guessing the first
Tuesday.
syllable, and it's like sun,
Moon.
like
Moon.
moon, but it's not moon.
More.
Monsoon wedding.
Yeah. Monsoon wedding.
See, I only know that as a movie. That's why I didn't know.
In English, monsoon wedding.
I,
Canard.
okay, I didn't know it was a play. That's yes.
And of course, it is also then a movie, yeah.
Okay, Arena.
Sally. Sally, now you go
You
again.
go.
I'm just thinking about.
Okay, what is the, how do we break the syllable here?
We usually do like 3 syllables.
Okay, it's 3. Okay.
And see, this means go back farther in the alphabet if you're doing a sounds like.
Okay,
Do you do sounds like?
Okay, yeah, sounds like. Okay.
Sometimes you can't act out the word, but you do something that it sounds like. And then people figure out what it sounds like, and they go A, B, C, D, E, and you go back farther in the alphabet.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a complex sign system, actually. Okay.
It's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
How to take it?
To take it?
Is it
Let
to
us-
be?
Yes, it's ready to take it. But it's, no, it's not hard now.
Oh, I got one. Okay. You should know, this means a person. It's a person, okay?
Okay, it's a
Person. One
one
person.
word. 3
syllables.
Third one.
No.
No.
Um,
No.
Second.
Does it mean that we switch it off?
Singe.
And
Burn.
Snake.
Snake.
Bite.
Mosquito.
Sting.
Sting.
Bee.
Bee.
Bee. Bee.
No.
The bee.
Bee. No bee. No. No bee. No bee.
Bee. No.
No bee.
you're good at this. You're good guesser. Yay for food!
Yeah, ready.
Good. Did you turn off the oven?
Take it with this.
It seems.
Take it with this.
Turn off this.
It's okay. It's not hot.
It is, huh?
Open the door, please. Rasha, we want you.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
It's an off. Maybe it's an off timer. Off. Yes.
Is it off?
Rasha, why you always react so slowly, man?
Is it because of your size of the body?
Because of the value of culture sometimes. You cannot
Okay.
get it.
Sometimes you have to react quickly, okay?
Something, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, let's do the invasion.
In the book, we got like from our environment. But it's a must today.
Easy.
Please, yes.
So Sophia,
I have to.
Future president.
Yes, today. Okay, one for me. Interactive today? Haven't told us yesterday.
It was a surprise.
Wow.
Yes, we will take a photo.